Hey, what is going on, everybody? Happy Friday. Joe here, 690 ADV 2021 KTM 890. I know they just announced this just recently. The new 890R and Rally is coming. You can actually find it on their website. It kind of makes me wonder, is this the end of the 790? I don't know. We'll find out. Let's talk about it.
Happy Friday, everybody. It is basically almost Halloweeny, babies. Hopefully everybody had a pretty good week this week. Pretty good on my side. It was a little dreary most of the week. I got my jacket, my gloves, and everything on, so no at-gat action on me. Yeah, not a bad week. Hopefully your week was pretty good. And you got to, you know, get out a little bit. We had some rain and stuff here, but man, I'll tell you what, it is freaking gorgeous and just beautiful here in Dallas-Fort Worth. I mean, it is nice. It's about 65. Sun is out. Very little breeze. It's super nice. Saw you Texas guys. I know you got to be loving it. Hey, don't forget, hit that subscribe button. Give us a thumbs up. Don't forget, hit that bell so that way you're notified of all of our videos. We have about 300 of them. And yeah, we're about to get our podcast back going again on all the platforms. And what else? Yeah, KTM. The KTM 890R and the KTM Rally. 890 Rally, basically. And I know that this came out about a week or two ago. It's announced. You can actually find it on KTM's website. This isn't any crazy news or anything like that. To me, it's more about one word. Why? I know the mid-range adventure bikes are really cool. They're coming on strong. And it's really neat and all these different things. But, man, we just got the 790. We just got that KTM 790. Adventure and the Adventure R, and I know that they were going to be bringing a Rally, but it's so funny because if you go to the website for KTM for 2021, they're showing the 890, but only the 2020 790. What's up? All right, well, on to the KTM 890 Adventure R and the Rally. You know, I mean, I think it's a gorgeous bike. It looks, basically, it looks like the 790. Maybe it's a little bit more slender. I don't think it's a whole lot more skinnier than that bike. You know, I don't want to do a comparison of the two, but I just, you know, I don't know if this is the end of the 790 or if it is a slow death to the 790 Adventure with this 890 coming out. We know it's coming in 2021. It's basically like something that's got spoke wheel, 2118 tire selection. It has an engine knock control system in that new motor that they're putting in there, the LC8, which is really cool. If you don't know what that is, that's basically for low octane fuel, which is really nice because the 690 that I have has a setting under the seat that we can dial down the setting of the motor to where we can run a lower octane fuel, which is really kind of cool, but you don't want to run a bunch of low octane fuel in these bikes if you don't have to. It's just not recommended. The front and rear brakes, I know, have been reworked to make it basically handle a whole lot better. What else? The travel, it's got like 7.9 inches of, like, you know, height and travel in that for the clearance of that bike, which is kind of cool. I don't think that's a lot compared to like 11 inches on a 690. I mean, it's not horrible, but it is an adventure bike. So it kind of is what it is. I think one of the really cool things about the bike is the two-part seat, the adjustable seat on the 890, which is really pretty cool. especially short riders, and an adventure bike of that size for traveling, 33.5-inch seat height. I think that's really probably one of the biggest selling points of that bike, is that feature, because it will allow the shorter riders to be able to get their feet more planted on the ground and feel a lot more comfortable and stable on that motorcycle. I don't know what you think. I don't know. I've got some guys that just say, hey, you know what, learn how to ride a bike that's tall. And then I got some guys that are just like, look, man, I like my feet on the ground. Whichever. So down below, what do you think about that deal on that seat, if that's a big deal for you or not a big deal? 6-speed transmission, 5.3 gallons of fuel. That means it's going to hold quite a bit of gas. We don't know what the weight's going to be, but here's the deal. It's an 890. It's, you know, it's basically, it's 90 cc more than the other, the 790 brethren, and it's going to add weight to it. So we know that the KTM 790 is in that 460 range. So I don't know what it's going to weigh. I hopefully it doesn't weigh a whole lot more than that. That's kind of my hope. Comes standard with the KTM iRide, you know, with the navigation system and you know, Bluetooth and all that stuff, that you know, your phone connectivity, headset, the whole 9 yards, which is really pretty cool. That's kind of KTM's deal, like against the BMWs, you know, TFT display on the on-screen, which is really kind of nice. The weight, we have no idea what it's going to weigh. It's not out there. If you do know, put it down below, because I'd really like to know if you've got any insight and maybe a website that you got the info on. And as far as cost goes, money, what's it going to cost? I think that's really going to be the deal breaker for a lot of people. Unless they discontinue that 790, it really won't matter, because that'll be the only bike you can get. So where does that bike need to be dollar-wise for you to really entertain it? I don't think that there is a ton of new features, you know, on that bike that just make it so much more superior than the 790. But then again, you know, it kind of is what it is. I know that it does have a new suspension for the back that's adjustable, that WP Apex, which is really going to be nice for the road and off-road. But, I mean, like I said, there's still minimal upgrades that I think they should have stuck with the 790 and maybe just built around that platform. I don't know. What do you think? You tell me down below. Hey, it's beautiful here. If you haven't been able to get out and ride, man, it is gorgeous, man. It's so nice. If you live in the state of Texas, man, it's going to be a great riding weekend. Get out and ride and find your adventure. So the KTM 890 Adventure R and Rally, what do you think? Is it needed? Should they just really built on that 790 platform? Or do you think it's really going to be the replacement for the 790? I don't know, man. You tell me. Hey, you know what? Have a great weekend. Be safe. Enjoy yourself. Have a great Halloween as best you can. I'm Joe, 690, out.